My prayers for Kusunoki to die, if only a moment sooner. Following Mr. Kusunoki's promise of a date to Miss Himeno, that night.
To prepare me for meeting Himeno, I want you to go out with me all day tomorrow.
I suppose what he meant by this was that he wanted me to be his partner for a rehearsal of the date. Well, I don't much mind.
You don't look so happy about it to me.
This is how I always look. Never before had a subject made me such a request.
To be clear, Miyagi, I'm going to treat you just like my childhood friend. You really won't mind that?
No, I do not mind.
Okay, then tomorrow, as people who mutually respect and trust each other, let's get along, shall we?
So the exact opposite of usual, then.
If you want to put it that way.
Mr. Kusunoki, just to confirm, you mean to treat me like your childhood friend? That's what you said, yes?
That's the idea.
In that case, should we not be walking a bit closer together?
Maybe you're right about that, Miyagi. Let's walk side by side then.
When you're alone for so long, you do forget these kinds of common sense things.
So at times like this, what's a friendly couple supposed to talk about?
Please don't ask me.
I just wanted to say before you pointed out, but I'm really nervous right now.
Please don't be. It's contagious.
Then let it contage. Go, make Miyagi nervous too.
If that's how it is, let me say this before you point it out too. I've been invisible ever since I was 10, so I don't really understand the proper etiquette for situations like these.
The more I look, the less sure I get. Miyagi, you choose.
I don't believe you have to wear anything too fancy. As long as it comes off as clean, that should be enough.
Can I interpret that as you'd look good in anything?
You're free to interpret it however you want.
Got it. I'll interpret it as I want. Seems to me it's a compliment.
No need to air your every thought. Come on, go change if you've made up your mind.
Miyagi? I forgot to say, but thanks.
Don't mention it. Being given that kind of thanks worried me.
Now, I want to take this practice one step further. If it gets too unpleasant, don't hesitate to tell me.
It won't bother me. As I explained before, part of an observer's job is to provide support for the remainder of the subject's lifetime. Considering this is merely one such case,
I had your promise, right? So no complaining.
That's why I said it wouldn't bother me. What an idiot, I thought. To passers-by, it appeared he talked to empty space where there was no one, and seemed to be gently grabbing onto nothingness. So I found myself wanting to tease him a bit. All right, try to think of me as Miss Himeno and seduce me, Mr. Drunk Kusunoki.
You appearing before me was the best thing that's ever happened in my life. And when you left my sight, that was the worst thing to ever happen. And now, depending on your reply, I might have a new best or worst.
That was a pretty smooth delivery for such a roundabout pickup line.
So then, how do you think Himeno would reply?
Well, what's all this nonsense all of a sudden? She might say, and try to laugh it off.
Huh. What if it were Miyagi?
I don't catch your meaning.
Joking. Don't worry about it.
It really was an utterly tasteless joke. Such a detestable person.
Hey, Miyagi. See that? Can we practice that too?
Please stop asking permission for everything. You already forcibly took my hand saying you promised earlier.
Oh yeah, then I'll just do this without asking.
He smelled faintly of cigarettes, and that's Kusunoki's smell, alright?
Don't read anything weird into what I'm about to say.
What is it?
Your smell kind of calms me down, Miyagi.
Please don't touch my hair.
That's not what you said earlier, is it? I need permission now?
You do know how you look to others right now, don't you?
Dunno. Do I look happy, maybe?
He really is such an idiot.
How would you score that confession I gave earlier?
40 points.
Harsh.
It's just too roundabout. Try for something more simple.
Okay.
Mr. Kusunoki, let's practice this again, once more. Think of me as Himeno and seduce me.
Himeno. From now on, be by my side. Always. Hey, say something already. What's my score?
60 points.
Alright, so adding that to the 40 makes 100.
You can't add them up like that. 60 points is 60 points.
So how can I make up the remaining 40?
I doubt you'll ever figure it out your whole life. Unfortunate, really.
Boy, Miyagi, you're a tough one.
The remaining 40 points. For the rest of his life, he'd surely never notice that it was a difference of about 6 letters. If only those words could have been directed at me. Having read his life summary, I know, at his meeting tomorrow, Mr. Kusunoki will be deeply, deeply wounded. It's embarrassing to admit, but I'm secretly delighting in it. He should be hurt more. He should despair more, such that he'll have no one else he can rely on, and be forced to cry on my shoulder. I'm thinking such nonsense. It had been 10 years since I'd held anyone's hand. Of course, it was likely nothing to him, and yet it was extremely important to me. Some part of me had been impatiently waiting for so long. I wish tomorrow wouldn't come. Then maybe I'd always get to keep taking Himeno's place.
Thanks for yesterday.
It was nothing, really.
It was totally something. Thanks to you, I feel like I can do it today.
Yes, I hope it goes well. She also used to hum that song he's humming now. Long ago, there was just one subject who was kind to me. Just like this, she treated me like I was a normal girl. And
thank you for watching over me until the end. Now, I'll watch over you from up above the clouds.
It was with those words that she died. That was when I made up my mind. No more would I love anyone who was going to go away, I vowed. But it would seem that I'm making the same mistake once again. No matter what I do, it seems impossible to hide my quickened heartbeat. There can be no going back once you start to love someone. I pray I come to accept that truth. But even so, at least, before my feelings pass the point of no return, before I find it impossible to separate from him, please, may Kusunoki die, if only a moment sooner.